YouTube, what the crap's going on? Heir of Carthage back on Total War Rome 2, and the last few episodes, some of you may have commented on it. The sound quality in this mic does not seem to me to be as good as the other in just the sense of the straight-up recording. But of course, this one doesn't get the distortion afterwards. But it seems fine to me when I listen to it. Maybe I'm just being too picky. I do not know. I'm going to continue to adjust the settings a little bit until I feel like I get it right. Just to see what I can do is the best, but it seems like it's working for now. It just seemed like the sound quality was maybe a little deeper on the other microphone as opposed to this one. This one almost sounds like it's a little more treble heavy or something. So I've adjusted some of the settings there. I don't know what the deal is, but and it's also got a very nice sample rate, but I don't really know what I'm doing when it comes to all this stuff, so we'll see. One thing's for sure, you can hear me, I'm talking, you're getting videos, and I don't sound like HeirofSkynet at the end, so hopefully it's an improvement in general. Maybe I should just stop trying to be too picky about it. Alright, so we have different buildings on the way. Again, I'm probably going to want to move on and capture some territory because my army upkeep costs are now pretty high. Corinth is definitely within my reach. Whether or not it would be a good idea to take it is a whole other question. And this navy is almost completed training too, and again my income has come down, and I'm going to have to be careful about wintertime because it does go down considerably, and you could potentially lose quite a lot of money. Keep an eye on things here, see what's going on. Spartans possess quite a few armies and navies. I think we could beat them if I play my cards right. I want to try and move past Corinth and on into Spartan territory and kind of start gaining some territory behind their lines. And I'm definitely going to go with 2 stacks back there so that I have some support from one to the other. I think that would be better in general. We'll just kind of see. So hidden agent exposed.
Sharper than any
Some rank up. Sparta looks like it's pulled back its troops from Corinth. And I actually cannot walk past Corinth. They would have to sail past it. I've forgotten about this. You know what? Let's just capture it. I don't give a crap. We've already taken Thebes. People hate us. We've survived. I'm going to do the same here. And I wonder if we can draw out some of their troops by doing this as well. 8 turns until they surrender. Wouldn't be any choice, any real point. It looks like I have some allies out there to see, which would help me as well, so I'm going to auto-resolve this one to be pretty not a big deal. And we'll just kind of wait and see what happens here. The world's enemy, so another severe diplomatic penalty, but it's with the exact same people that I got the penalty with last time. So they already hate me because of it anyway, so the Aetolian League will probably turn on me. Byzantion, all these other factions will turn on me, but I mean, to get ultimate victory, they're probably going to turn on me one way or the other, so I honestly don't feel too bad about it. Melos hates me now. Kydonia hates me. My own allies pretty much hate me across the board, and it is a severe penalty when you look at it. They've given me a 310 penalty, and I don't think that it reduces over time. But I think the good news is as we look through here, some of the stronger factions like Epirus, they don't give a crap. And if you take a look here, expansionism is only -10, and then Macedon also does not give a crap. So it's very friendly with Macedon and Epirus, so that is kind of worth it to me. Thrace apparently could care less as well. So people are going to turn on me one way or the other, and I'm going to have to capture these places in order to hold it. It's probably just going to drive me towards a confrontation with the Persians, but I mean, that's probably kind of the point of this game anyway. You want to run into a confrontation with the Persians, it'll be fun. So Corinth is under our control, and what do they have here? They've got a Capiloi, however you pronounce it, so that'll give me some nice income. The public order here is expectedly bad at the moment. We could just build this amphitheatron to boost public order a little, and I could tear this down, but I mean, it's only -2 public order. I don't see it being a big deal. We're going to be getting more problems with public orders due to this hoplite barracks, which honestly probably isn't highly necessary to be here at the moment. But we'll just kind of see how or if things stabilize and play it by ear from there. Let's manipulate this agent again and see if we can get her to join us. And we were not able to accomplish anything there. Let's bring in this other spy. We have very low chances here, but even if we get lucky and we're just able to hinder this agent, that'd be good. So there we go. We'll just kind of keep her in sight. This Corinthian army has taken some attrition here, apparently. Or no, they must have gotten into a fight with those Macedonians. So I think I'll move in and clean up the scraps at this point. They are fortified, but I have a very nice archer supremacy. And my troops, pound for pound, are better than theirs. These light hoplites are not very good. I have some cavalry as well that could come in handy. These mercenary Cretans do concern me a little bit, but again, between my javelins and my archers, I think we can pull this off. So let's go ahead and fight this. We haven't had a on-the-battlefield fight in quite a while in this campaign, so let's take advantage of it while we get it. Someone was asking me why I'm not using light hoplites instead of militia hoplites. They do cost more. I believe it's more upkeep, and I really don't see a huge difference between their stats. I guess they are a little better maybe, but their morale isn't much better, and that kind of concerns me, because militia hoplites seem to have enough problems with their morale as it is. So I just haven't worried about investing in the light hoplites at the moment. A lot of my militia hoplites have some nice chevrons on them right now anyway, which is quite nice.
General!
Need to save the ammo on my archer. These guys could be very useful. I'm gonna use my javelin men.
Javelin men!
Actually, I might. Oh, kind of just depends on how outnumbered we are here. We're pretty outnumbered. These towers are a concern to me because they will kill my men over time.
We await your command.
Let's just get my cavalry somewhere over here. And let's take a couple of militia hoplites to the side as well. I'm going to use my militia hoplites, see if we can burn the towers, sacrifice them, so that way all my javelins and archers can be used on their units. And we have to be careful of where we shoot here too, because ammunition can easily be wasted.
Missile infantry ready.
As it will hit fort walls
General.
if you're not careful.
Understood.
Let's go ahead and move up, and we'll go ahead and move up over here to. I'm going to send these guys up just to burn towers. I'm going to burn those towers down so the AI can't just continue to get a whole bunch of free kills. So be able to burn those two towers. And then these militia hoplites.
Militia!
We're going to need to get clear up in here.
At the double!
So yeah, we'll go ahead and run forward with several of my militia hoplite units. Let them take some of the enemy fire, and see if we can get the towers burned down. Let the archers and the Cretans burn some of their ammo. Those mercenary Thracian peltists are very concerning as well. I'm going to want to focus my fire on their infantry, preferably, and not on their skirmishers, because the more damage I can do to their infantry, the better it's going to help me into getting into their fort. Okay, so just gonna move up my guys just a little more. Oh, Macedon's reinforcing. I was like, Cav. So that would just be Macedon. Good. Macedon can act as kind of a sacrificial lamb here as well.
Double time.
Thanks for joining, my Macedonian friends. I will be happy to sacrifice you for the cause. And sacrifice them we will. Looks like Macedon's going to be all hoplites and Hippias at this point too. Wouldn't expect to see any Alexandrian type units for Macedon at this point in the game. Okay, or in this campaign in general, I should say. We shouldn't be seeing Alexandrian style units. Okay, my militia hoplites are moving in. They are taking some damage as expected. But they are my cheapest infantry, and I don't want to lose my skirmishers, who I believe can do more damage than my militia hoplites. And oh, those Thracian peltists. Those guys are going to work me over. Okay, we can now burn that tower. And we should now be able to burn this tower. And we should now be able to burn this tower. So, tower burnage commencing. And I'm going to take some pretty severe damage with this unit right here. Fantastic. Get these towers burned. Burn! I don't know what you're waiting on, but you need to burn that tower down. 90% damage there. Oh, just barely got that one burned. Sorry, got some in my throat there. And that one's now burned, so please pull back. You all really need to get to work here because you are not doing a good job burning this tower. There we go. And let's move these guys right up here against the wall and see if we can keep baiting
men are
fire at enemy
wavering.
skirmishers. Then we'll just hit the fort wall. The Cretans can still fire over, but again, all the ammo they spend there will just, that'll be fine. The enemy did spend quite a bit of skirmish ammo on me. Yeah, but see here how a lot of the arrows and javelins are getting stuck in the gate. And as soon as this tower does burn down, it can no longer fire. Let's spread out even wider here so we can make it harder for the archers and stuff to hit me.
Our men flee the
Try and
field
give them
of
kind of an
battle.
impossible angle.
This
But
is
if
a
they keep
shameful
firing, it'll
sight.
just waste their ammo. Come on, you stupid tower, burn down already. Okay, 3 towers down. Or 2 towers down, 2 more to go. Macedon, you're wasting your javelin, man. Come on. The tower's about to burn down.
The enemy's tower has been
Okay.
destroyed.
So the enemy is no longer firing on me with its skirmishers. That's depressing. But I think we all knew that day was coming. Okay, Macedon is moving up though, and its skirmishers and troops will probably end up
The enemy is attacking
screaming
our
for me.
ally.
Oh, please do not just run your javelin men into combat. Throw the javelins. For goodness sakes. I thought if anything, the computer can throw its javelins. They don't do much else good. Let's see if they're actually getting hits. Looks like they are for the moment. So good, they're gonna pull out some of the ammo from the enemy javelin men and archers. And I have a lot of archers, enough to do a lot of damage to the Corinthians, so this ought to work out well. Those mercenary Rhodian slingers are a severe concern. Didn't even know they had those. Jeez. Yeah, there's some pretty serious skirmish power on the field here from Corinth.
At your service.
And let's pull
Orders
our own
understood.
javelin men and see if we can use our javelins to get some hits on the mercenary skirmishers. And I'm gonna pull back,
Complique is ready.
get my hoplites just a little bit back out of
By your
range.
command.
Again, we're gonna let Macedon try and soak some of this up first, get their javelins off. They're getting very few kills. I'll take anything they'll give me. And I'm gonna try and focus my javelin fire on these mercenary Rhodian slingers and potentially Cretan archers if we can get to them as well.
Javelin men.
So let's go for the slingers since they have the most ammo. And I'm gonna watch my javelins to see if I'm actually getting hits, which I am. Don't want to just waste all my ammo on the wooden fort wall. Rhodian slingers already have 60 kills. So, getting some nice hits on him with my javelins. Not a ton of damage being
At the
done,
double.
but it's damage.
At speed.
So damage Rhodian slingers. There's Cretan archers that are now going to be under fire from Macedonian javelins. Let's
Loose.
keep focusing on the Rhodian slingers, and again, just make sure that we're getting the angle we want. I think we are. Enemy javelin men are returning fire on me too. That's fine. I'm going to ignore the enemy javelin men. They'll run out of ammo relatively quick. Really want to get rid of these high ammo units, like the Cretan archers. I am pretty cruel to just be sacrificing Macedon this way, but then again, I don't think I care. Operation Peltus should be mostly out of ammo. Rhodian slingers still very much alive.
At the double.
Let's see if I can move over here and get slightly
Double
better
time.
javelin shots. You know, I might be able to sneak my cavalry in here. Let's try that real quick, see if we can get in here and kill some of the remaining skirmishers.
Javelin men.
Shoot those archers up a little here. There is one tower left back there, and they will no doubt try and pull their hoplites to face me.
Orders.
Let's go ahead and bring my archers up.
Advance at speed. Compliques ready. Double time.
Macedon troops are failing, understandably. Let's get that tower captured.
Cavalry.
And let's see if we can quick charge some of these skirmishers. My light cavalry is none too powerful, so we're gonna have to use kind of a mass attack here to have any effect on the enemy skirmishers.
Light cavalry.
The enemy tower is being captured.
By your command.
Again, there's spear support fairly nearby. Let's run a rear charge over here real quick
For glory.
and kill these javelin men. I don't know that they have any ammo left, but we'll just do a little damage while we're rear charging.
Light cavalry.
Let's dismount these horsemen and actually capture that tower. That'll cause some problems for the enemy. my light cav out of that fight. Let's ping pong back over here into the back of these light hoplites.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Understood.
My light cav is going to have very little effect, probably other than killing the skirmishers, because it is very weak.
By your command. Light cavalry.
And we should have captured their tower, which we have now. So we did manage to kill their skirmishers.
We have captured a
which is
tower.
key. I'm gonna give them in back of their forces. So now my archers should be able to fire onto the enemy troops. Let's check our angles and just make sure we're getting worthwhile hits. The enemy picked hoplite general is turning its back to me at the moment, so it ought to be a very nice target. Indeed it was. And let's run another rear charge here. There's some Cretan archers and Rhodian slingers still alive. And my archers just murdered the enemy general.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Cavalry.
Okay. Thracian peltists are still in that fight. So we should have just done some pretty extreme damage. We're going to start firing into the back of these guys. So again, I'm going to pick the juiciest targets first. And these Corinthian targets over here are very juicy indeed. My archers are going to really do some very big punishment to them. Got hoplites turning against me now. I'm going to come after my light cav. You guys not have an angle here? I mean, that is a juicy angle in my opinion. Let's see if we can fire at these other hoplites which have their back turned going after my cav. I don't want them to recapture that tower, so I might just charge them real quick just to kind of hold them in place. My archers are doing massive damage to them. Just see if we can kind of hold these guys within range of my archers. Gonna do some feint charges here. Again, just keeping these hoplites within range of my archers is doing the trick. So we've managed to kill another hoplite unit, basically. Probably finish those. Yep, they're gone. Let's run another rear charge here. Again, there's still some Cretan archers alive. Surely I've got a line into the back of that fight. So we're going to kill, hopefully, a few more Cretan archers and drop the morale of the enemy troops here fighting against the Macedonians. It looks like the Macedonians have just straight up lost over here. Let's see if we can entice these guys into continuing that fight. And I'd like to keep control of my tower for as long as possible, but I'm going to have to flee now, get chased by a lot of spear troops. My light cav is not real responsive in getting out of that fight. So I'm going to have to kind of force them by spamming move orders. Okay, the enemy general is almost dead. Let's pick at this unit here with my archers. Back here, right over here. They're gonna recapture their tower there, that's fine. It shouldn't hurt me at this point. I'm gonna go over here and get ready to just burn it down. Okay, these hoplites out here on the fort center here are getting destroyed by my archers. This fight, the help of Macedon was actually pretty nice here. Corinthian hoplites are going to get destroyed over here. I'm going to pull one unit off and outflank them. Yeah, my archers are doing some very serious damage to the enemies here. Is their general still alive? Can't tell. Might be, because he's got a cape on. Yep, he's dead now. So the enemy general just slain by my archers, and that's going to have a pretty profound effect on the rest of the Corinthian troops, I believe.
Advance! And ready!
The enemy have taken a tower.
Okay, I'm going to bring in my melee troops. Let's go out of formation attack for this fight.
Understood! Hoplites, ready! Advance! Hoplites!
Okay. I'm actually just going to run these militia hoplites in here and see if we can just capture that tower again. I'm going to get a nice outflanking charge here. Those hoplites. Just Still got plenty of archer ammo left as well. My infantry's committed at this point, but
Archers!
I should be able to start moving my archers around over here to get better shots into the back of that blob. And again, my militia hoplites are going to come over here and capture this tower. So I don't really see what recourse, if any, the Corinthians have at this point. Let's bring my general up and see if we can use his abilities. Yeah, I'm about to get in behind the Corinthians here, so this is going to be game over for them. Archers definitely making a profound difference in this battle, killing a lot of the troops that would have otherwise been able to hold me for a very long time. Because I'm just hoplite on hoplite warfare here. You know, I don't have units that can just punch through enemies, you know, like if I had swords or something else of the sort. So very critical that you use maneuvering and skirmishers and other stuff in these types of fights if you want to gain an edge. So yep, the Corinthians are going to die here. So that is going to be the end of their troops at the fort. Utterly annihilated. Macedonians not faring too well there, but they made a very nice meat shield for me, nonetheless. Perfect. It's looking very nice. Managed to keep all my troops, although some of my units did get pretty damaged. In the process, it is okay. Taking out a pretty large Corinthian force there was, I would say, a substantial victory. This fleet is ready to go, and I don't think there's going to be a whole lot on the seas that's going to be able to oppose it unless the Ionian League turns against me. For some reason, those guys have some pretty serious naval power. Of course, Macedon's out here as well, and they've got some nice naval power. Enemy transports for Sparta there. And yeah, we now control the area around Corinth. I see a Corinthian agent over here as well. It may not be a bad idea to try and pay him a visit. Let's see. Have a very nice chance of manipulation here.
I could fool
Let's see.
Hades himself.
Well, he's hindered, and we will definitely take that. The Ionian League is doing some raiding. I don't know whether that's against me or it was against Corinth. Could very well be against me at this point. Byzantium hates me and yet has an army right here in my territory, which is also a very potential danger. Though I'm not going to just blatantly attack them at the moment. And honestly, it may be in my best interest to just kill the factions that dislike me, because otherwise they will probably turn against me at an inopportune moment.
How can I serve you?
We'll just kind of have to play that one by ear. I don't need cultural conversion, that's for sure. Spread cultural tension. I don't know that that's going to help either. Evading enemy agents, there we go.
Commander.
So let's see. Melee attack is always good. Give that to my units. Again, I'm not sure that there's any buildings out here that I particularly need to upgrade since I have the food. Kind of like a why not here. So let's go ahead and throw that one on. Get a little extra money. Just kind of check everything else out that's here and see what, if anything, needs to be done. Yeah, I think we're good. Let's go ahead and end this turn. Feels like we're making progress, but we'll kind of see. If the whole world turns against me all of a sudden, it could get pretty nasty. I feel pretty good about the fact that Epirus and Macedon have no intentions of betraying me. At least not that I can see. So, feeling quite comfortable there. Ionian League, Byzantium, not so much. Aetolian League as well. They also appear to hate me a great deal. But I'm going to let those people make the first move, rather than me making my diplomatic relations even worse with people by attacking them when right now they are still technically my ally. So we will see.
The crow does not pluck the eye from a brother crow.
Thessalian League hates
So
me,
what say you
yet
to an
still
alliance?
wants a military alliance. They are at war with Boeotians, Corinthos, Sparta, and Elis, which are all people I dislike, and they are allied with people I like. So, sounds good to me. Okay. Hidden agents exposed. Whatever. You can blackmail me all you want. I'm not spending my money fighting such a stupid thing. Okay. So I lost track of that Corinthian agent over here, unfortunately, because I wasn't paying attention. That was pretty slick. If by slick I mean stupid, but one way or the other you get the point.
How may I serve you?
Let's try some manipulation here again.
My cunning.
Perfect! Just picked up a champion, so that will be extremely handy. And let's take these spies. I mean, I can't see any enemy agents there at the moment, so let's move on and take these spies and just start doing some scouting. It's a sneeze. Try and mute out here.
Way appears to be blocked.
Yeah, sneezing point blank into the microphone would probably not be a very nice experience for you, so I'll try and spare you of it.
At your command.
So these troops can technically move on to Argos. I don't see what's stopping me. Got Spartan transports there that may come back and reinforce, but I'm
Commander.
feeling pretty confident that I can handle them. Yeah, I can't quite reach Argos, so we'll get there in the next turn. Made some nice progress here, though. Capturing Corinth, at least I think it's progress. We'll find out whether or not it was counterproductive later on. And my fleet can continue to sail. I may capture Kytheria on my way. It's going to be hard for me to hold it, of course, because the Spartans have a jillion little fleets everywhere. So don't know what, if anything, I can do about that. Athens should be able to defend itself. It's got a pretty substantial force of garrison here. I do believe that we can end the turn. I don't really think there's anything else I can build. It's not like I've done any research or anything that's going to open anything new for me. Yeah, so let's end this turn. My research is just about complete, and I'm going to try and do some research to see if I can expand my building trees a little bit and try and capitalize on some higher tier buildings that could potentially throw some economic punch for me. The Spartans are now defending Argos. That's fine, we'll attack them anyway. Feel confident that with the Thracian Peltist and the Cretans that I have some pretty substantial power to counter the Spartan infantry, even if they are better than my own, which they may or may not be, depending on what we come up against. We'll just have to play that by ear. Ionians, Persia, Rhodes, Thrace.
The spirits have noticed that our treasure stores are
Thrace wants a
wanting.
defensive alliance.
Any help?
Okay. Sounds okay. Research complete. That Corinthian spy must be back. Celebration of Salamis. Yep. That is no doubt that same Corinthian spy. So, unfortunately, I'm going to need to pull back my more talented spy in this direction, because that Corinthian spy is going to just wreck me single-handedly. And imagine that if one agent is having this much success, how much success the enemy would be having with multiple agents. It would be absolutely brutal, no question about it. Let's get this champion into this army. Well, actually, let's not focus on that just yet. Let's go ahead and attack this place, so I'm going to go ahead and encircle them.
Besieging the settlement!
And let's now bring this agent into the stack so that it doesn't hinder my movement.
3, 4, Commander, for death and
it says that the Spartans have a good chance of winning this battle. I'm not particularly sure why they think that. Spartan youths are not going to be of any value to them. As far as the garrison at Argos, 2 Spartan hoplites and a couple of Helot archers, that'll definitely be worthwhile. I guess, I mean, it could be potentially troublesome there. There's a whole bunch more Spartan forces here. You know, we could also just move this army from Corinth down there, and that would pretty well give us the reinforcements that we need. Let's do that. Just use both their stacks together and team up on these guys. I'm going to show you this battle in the next episode, though, so I think we've gotten in what we need to here, and I will see you back on the next episode. HeirofCarthage, signing off for now. Hope you enjoyed it.